We are on site, Texas Motor Speedway, Fort Worth, Texas. I got my main man, Patrick Gibellina, Mr. G's Classics, and we're standing out here in front of a truck that you guys probably recognize if you've watched this channel for quite a while. This is Capone. This is the truck that we filmed out in Arizona a couple of years ago. This was actually one of mine and Barry's first feature trucks back in its original form, but the truck got a new owner and Patrick got to take this truck to another level. So he's going to tell us all about this thing. Hold on just a second, we'll be right back.
This is a Wegner built 1000 horsepower LS3 2.9 Whipple.
Pat.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for talking to me about this truck, man.
Absolutely.
This is so awesome.
It's got a long history between both of us.
Yes, it does.
Yes,
yes it does.
Which is wild.
Well, tell me, when did you finish this build?
So we finished this, I believe, October last year. I took it back to Will, and he probably put about 2,000 miles on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what was the goal with the truck when it came to your shop?
Put it on the ground, new wheels, tires, and just really fix the stance. The old chassis was their standard high chassis. This is a raised rail drop spindle IRS option. So this is like all boxes checked, you know, full kill. Let's get the best of the No Limit series. So that's what he did.
And this is, like you said, No Limit chassis.
Yep. Raised rail, drop spindle, IRS, Willwood race brakes. I mean, every option.
Best of the best.
Yes.
All right, well, let's start super simple, right at the bottom, right on the pavement. What's the wheel and tire setup?
This is a BC forged. It's their MHE series or MLE series, I forget which one, but it's just a simple 5-spoke design. Will did not love the gold wheels that were on this truck.
Yeah, it had the young bloods.
It had the young bloods on it.
Yep.
Some people love, hate, like this one more. The wheels will be changing in the future as well. But yeah, this is a 1912.5 and a 1911.5 in the front. It runs a 345 back tire and a 305 front tire, and it's on Michelin's. And yeah, it's got the perfect setup for if you want to street drive it, if you want to auto cross it, you want to track drive it. It's set up for whatever you want.
That's awesome, man. It has obviously the stance is killer.
Yes.
The wheels and tires just complete the package. Before we jump into any more specs, do you care to share how the truck came back into your possession?
Yeah, I got a text message at dinner, and Will's like, I'm thinking about selling the truck, and he gave a number, and I made terrible financial decisions that night. Sold a truck that you loved, and I made some moves, and I asked to borrow some money from a good friend of mine, and that's how it ended up in my possession.
Ended up with probably one of the best 67 72s out there, in my opinion. You don't have to say that, I'll say it.
Yeah.
It is, this truck is unbelievable. The patina on it, the stance, the way the interior is set up. Level 7 Motorsports did a lot of that type of work before you got your hands on the truck. So the truck has just been through some really great shops.
Yes.
And which is actually not typically the case when a truck goes through a bunch of different shops.
No, somehow, some way it'll get somewhere, and people will make bad decisions. But I wanted to keep this truck true to what it was. We didn't want to change anything on the exterior that didn't need to be changed. Obviously, the previous owner wanted a different set of wheels. We had to raise the bed because of the new chassis. But other than that, we kept everything the same. We wanted to keep this truck preserved because this is the style of truck that I love. I know you love. Absolutely. I'm hoping most of the people watching, this is what we like. Is there some part of my business where we do some shiny paint and stuff like that? Yeah. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to spend my money, like this is what I want.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of money, let's pop the hood and look under it.
Okay.
around looking at this jewel of a engine bay. This thing looks killer. Tell me what's going on in here.
This is a Wegner built 1000 horsepower LS3 2.9 Whipple. It's a complete engine package you can buy from them. It shows up like this. It's, you know, it's
ready to be put in the chassis.
It's perfect. So you don't need this much power, but it's nice to have on tap whenever you want it.
Well, there's a lot of cool, subtle things, especially regarding metalwork and bulkheads and things like that. What do you know about all of that?
So all this stuff was done originally. Shane, the original owner, this was all kind of his flavor.
Yeah.
So the Ring Brother hinges, it's got Restomod AC, so it's got their bulkhead. It's just, you know, your standards of the fair out there.
Yeah.
Everyone has their different style of inner fender tubs. I believe these are the Veneta fabs.
I think they are too,
Our friend Jesse made the extensions of the bottom, so they went all the way down to the frame. We had to trim those a little bit, repowder them. We moved some brackets around for the supercharger pump and a couple of other things because everything did move up in essence because the truck went down even further.
Yes.
But other than that, engine base stayed really, like I'd probably say 95% the same of how we had it originally.
Yeah.
We just had to move a couple things around to make everything fit, but yeah.
Well, the just how clean it is, how it kind of has this industrial feel, especially with the bulkhead.
Yeah.
You know, the Restomod bulkhead, it just looks killer. But I love the hard line and the way the upper radiator hose is done. Obviously, the intake is so killer.
Yeah, we were able to reuse a bunch of stuff. I mean, we used we reused all the coolant stuff. We just got some new heat shrink clamps, and that was about it. And then, like I said, all the stuff really that was mounted that you can't see, we had to change and move up a little bit. But other than that, I mean, it really went back together.
That's awesome.
We almost had the motor mounts on this chassis in the exact same place the other ones were from, you know, front to back. They're almost identical. I think we pushed it back maybe like another 1/4 inch, but that was about it. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, this is awesome. Let's step to the back and show them what's going on in the bed. So we're round to the back of the truck, and clearly there's been some extensive mods happening back here from when it was on the ProTech non-raised rail chassis, which allows you to keep the stock floor.
Yep.
What's the difference when you put an IRS chassis
So
under?
we raised this 5 1/4 inches. We basically were able to use everything that was here on the 67 72 beds. You know this, they all come apart really easy.
They do.
Like it's just
nuts and bolts.
4 sides, nuts and bolts. You could do whatever you want. We made our own. We have a plasma table in house. We made our own bed risers. So we rose the bed. I wanted it to fit really close on this bead roll line here. So we contoured it to fit the bead roll line. This piece was made previously. We just cut it down and refitted it.
Yeah.
Will told me when we finished this truck for him, he was going to use it. He was going to put engines back here and whatever he wanted to use it for. So literally you can see there's some scuffs, there's some bruises. Something has been rammed into this. So we're gonna make a new piece of here. I've had the truck for a couple weeks, just has not been on my list right now. But I mean, yeah, he used it. He puts, when I went to go pick it up, he's like, oh yeah, I just had a motor in here like last week in a crate. So, I mean, even though it's this low on the ground, you could do whatever you want with this truck. He used it as a truck.
Yeah,
and he's got, 40 trucks probably. I don't know, too many. But I mean, he drove this all the time. His wife drove this all the time, and they used it like a regular pickup.
I love that. That is so rad. It just goes to show that like you can really throw a lot of great parts at a truck, and especially performance-focused parts, and still use it as a truck.
100%.
Which is so rad.
Yeah, we just had to, when we raised it, we made a new bead roll panel for the back just to cover that all up.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, nothing really changed except for making the bead roll panel for the back, and then making some whatever you
risers for the bed.
Risers for the bed, and that was it. Yeah.
Very cool. You know anything about the fuel system? Like, what does it have? A different tank than it had in it?
So it does have a different tank with the dual pumps in it. It's a radium setup, billet top. You get all that stuff from Level 7 Motorsports. We just had to weld the billet top on. So we did that, and then that's about it.
It just all like fits together so well.
Yeah, it's like I said, we didn't want to change the this truck.
Yeah.
We want to make the necessary modifications that had to be made for the new chassis, but still keep it the way that it was. One thing that I did recently, and some people may love it, some people may hate it, I left just the bowler tag, and I took everything else off.
Yeah, man.
I think this is like very fitting race car, race truck, whatever you want to call it. The bottom logos weren't my thing, but I really dig this logo on the bed of the truck. I think it's very fitting for the style of the truck, and I wanted to leave that one because I wanted it to keep its essence.
I was going to say it helps keep the spirit of it.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah, because the coloring on these is so just perfect for the.
And the new wheels this truck is going to get do have a matte bronze center, so it'll still have that same theme.
Yeah, very cool. Well, you want to go take a ride in this thing?
Let's go.
Let's do it, man. one thing I noticed already is it still has the old GM radio in it. I forgot. I love it.
Yeah.
This thing is so awesome, man. I even like this.
I'm gonna print it on my printer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a big 3D printer.
Yeah, that's killer.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm gonna put the same thing in David's blue truck.
That was what I needed.
Because his runs off the stealth.
Yeah.
It's got the fuel injected top hat thing.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. I love the seating position of the seats already. Yeah. Like,
it's super duper low for sure.
I mean, it's been years since I've ridden this thing, but you don't feel like you're sitting in a C7 72 cab at all. Like you feel.
Yeah, I mean, like, look how low we are. Like, I have like 3 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's called? That's the one thing I really don't like about Mike's seat in that 67 to 72. It sits way too tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm looking at this, like the line.
Yep. Oh, man, I love it. I love it so much.
You want the windows up?
No, I was just making sure my...
Okay.
Actually, yeah, if you don't mind. That'll just help with the audio.
It's perfect outside.
Yeah. I'm trying to make sure I got this door shut.
Yeah, slam it.
Now I got the door shut. Okay, so headers and exhaust on this truck.
Yep.
What are those?
So I forget if these are ultimate headers or not. Like, it's escaping my brain. Well, I mean, this truck is built, the manifolds and everything are the same. I believe they're ultimate headers, 3-inch stainless. We used probably half of what was there. We put Borla Pro XS's back on it because that's what we're on it. And then we had to remake. If you've ever seen an IRS chassis, it's very, very difficult. You can do it, but it's very difficult to run the exhaust all the way to the back. So this, basically, the mufflers are routed horizontal on top of the frame rails, and then basically we snaked pipes out right in front of the back tires, and it still sounds. It's like 40% throttle.
Not only is this thing incredibly fast, wow, it is handling these.
We're on a terrible road.
Oh, a terrible road.
Yeah, we're gonna get out on the good road right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
But there's no bottoming out. There's no like crazy rattles.
I've never heard this thing rub one time.
Oh my gosh.
And we have almost a 12-inch wide wheel in the front.
You were doing like 65 right there.
Yeah, it handles. When they say on rails, this handles on rails.
Dude, I can't wipe a smile off my face.
Oh, this thing's stupid.
Oh my gosh. What a truck.
Yeah. So that's
I don't even know what to say.
That's third gear, and you have no traction. So, and I'll be the first person to admit this. Like, do we know what we're doing? Yes. Do we set up race car chassis? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So this truck in the next couple of weeks is gonna go up to Jesse.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a crash course.
I'm gonna put my harness on.
I'm gonna get a complete crash course on anti-dive, anti-squat.
Yes.
Like all those things that I know a little bit about.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna educate me. Like, I'm gonna drive up there, spend a whole weekend, and like just kind of get a lesson on all that stuff.
I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But here's the other, nice thing about this thing. Now we're in fourth gear. We're going 50 miles an hour and
just cruising like a normal truck. Dude, the power is just raw though, and it's all there when you get in it.
Yeah, that's supercharged stuff. Like, that's what's so great about it. Like, it's instant power now.
Yeah.
There's no turbo lag. There's no nothing. I mean, if you're going to build something that's got twins on it, obviously you're building it for quick spool.
Yep.
But even like my wife's personal truck we're building for her, that's going to get a blower.
Yeah.
Just because it's, in my opinion, it's the most fun because it's so easy to use. turbos, obviously you could build way more horsepower and do crazier
but you're building
things
boost and power through the band. With this, you're building it just right there at the first RPM.
Yeah, immediately. We did not change anything in here. Still got the Ring Brothers bits. It's got, you know, Resto Mod AC.
What is, do you know what the gauges are? They look
These are Dakota Digital.
Are they Dakota?
Yeah, they just have the boost gauge in the center.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what that is, the boost gauge.
They look great, man. It's crazy how planted this thing feels.
Oh, yeah. The rear control arms, the pitch of them up and down, like, so obviously we put it back together the way that we got it from No Limit.
Right.
But once you can have someone go in and dial it in, and that's what I'm excited to learn, is I want to learn how to set all that stuff up.
Now that you're, you know, the owner of the truck, you can really kind of take even a little bit more of a risk. Not that you want to mess the truck up, but from a customer perspective, you got to, you know, you're being a little more cautious.
100%.
When it's your truck, you can be like, okay, yeah, let's take that.
I wanna learn everything I can and get it as best as I can for the style of driving that I want to do, which is just spirited around town. If I had to guess, this truck makes 860, 880 to the tire.
Yeah.
If you do the math from an engine dyno, you know, 12 to 50% drivetrain loss, it probably makes right around there, and that's what it feels like to me.
Yeah. Well, it rides so well. Huge shout out to No Limit. Like, this is insane how, I know, and this is all top of the line. Like, this has all the goodies on it. I mean, it is.
I looked at the order form, and I think, like, it's pretty much almost every option you can get. Yeah. Like, and it's awesome. I mean, the ride quality is insane.
It is.
Yeah, you know how it is. You could buy the best of the best off-the-shelf parts, and it's not going to ride down that bumpy road like this.
No. I couldn't. When you were doing that, and we're literally doing 60, 65, it was not straight. I mean, even right now, like the way this thing handles is just incredible.
Yeah, the guy in the Honda Pilot or whatever that is, rooting our vibe. That's right, he'll move out of the way.
Oh, yeah. I love hearing the blower.
Oh, that's my favorite thing. Like 2,500 to 3,000 RPM with the windows down in any gear, and that blower just singing is the best sound ever.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's so good. Yeah, the sort of aircraft industrial thing that Shane originally wanted to do in here with the door panels, obviously the Resto Mod vents, the ring. I mean, it just has this really like aircraft mechanic kind of thing.
If my brain were to come up with a 6772, which is not my favorite truck at all. I'm a square body nerd, OBS nerd. But I mean, I love these trucks, and we're doing 3 of them right now. And I feel like
now you currently own one of the best ones out.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I think this is like the quintessential, like if you wanted to build something wild in your brain, and in my brain, this is what I would want.
Yeah.
It's got to be a manual. It's got to be on chassis. It's got to make power.
Looking to learn a little bit more about Pat, hit up Mr. G's Classics. That's on Instagram.
Yep.
You got a website?
Yep, MrG'sClassicTrucks.com.
MrG'sClassicTrucks.com.
It's very dated.
That's okay. Just a place for people to go.
Yeah. If you want to get a hold of me, the fastest way is Instagram, ATX_C10. It's like my personal, and I use it for the business. I have a business one, but that's really where you're gonna
reach you.
Yeah, reach me. The shop phone number, I tell everyone this, we work 412s, Monday through Thursday. Fridays is my day I get back to everybody.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
that's the day I do our, weekly invoices for customers, the day I could talk with customers like in, more than a couple of minutes. But yeah, that's the time that I have to get back.
Not only can you reach out to Pat at ATX C10 or check him out on Mr. G's Classic Trucks, but he has his own YouTube channel. They have some of the most quality content I have ever seen on YouTube. This is TV production quality level stuff.
Don't give Brandon a big head.
I'm giving Brandon a big head. Villainous Media has been killing it for you guys. So what's the name of the channel?
Just Mr. G's Classic Trucks. I might change it to Mr. G's Classics. I haven't haven't gone in there and changed that yet, but if you just Google it, or if you go on YouTube and type Capone, this pops up. We have half a video shot already, like when I took possession of it. It's just, the free time to kind of shoot the rest of the stuff.
Totally.
And then we're shooting all the shop stuff. So we'll have a video out on this, I would say, in the next couple of weeks.
Sweet.
And then probably shoot some stuff later inside the show. And yeah, we'll have some videos on this truck as well.
Love it, man.
As it, changes over time.
Yeah, totally. So go check out Pat, Mr. G's Classic Trucks on YouTube. You definitely want to subscribe. They're doing feature videos on all the trucks that come out of the shop, all their personal stuff, low mile OBS stuff, high horsepower, square body and 672 stuff. So go check it out. Thanks, dude.
Later.
Sorry.
The gentleman who helped me purchase this, I am not a rich man.
Yeah.
I borrowed some money to buy this, and I sold like 2 of my own personal vehicles to buy this.
Yeah, really nice vehicles.
The gentleman who made this happen for me, we're building him a 900 horsepower LT4 10-speed.
Very cool.
One of the most, the truck. Alex's dad's old truck.
Yes.
No limit chassis, full kill. I mean, that thing is going to be just a blast. And we should have that done, hopefully ended next year. I should have the chassis anytime now. I already have the truck in my possession. We just need the chassis so we can tear it apart and,
Yeah, I love it.
Get going on it.